Hello guys and welcome to this review of CitaDAO and CitaDAO's IRO, which means introducing real estate on-chain. But first, let's listen to CitaDAO contributor Joel.
In fact, we believe that in future, there will be two sets of prices for real estate. The price of real estate on-chain and the price of real estate off-chain. And we are convinced that the real estate on-chain will have a higher value than the real estate off-chain, simply because there will be more use cases for the real estate on-chain, unlike the limited use cases for real estate off-chain today that is constrained by existing limitations on how we can unlock the capital in real estate.
So let's just revisit these limitations for unlocking capital. Some off-chain limitations are a lack of liquidity. Liquidity is essential for healthy markets, and off-chain, it is often quite difficult to find liquidity for your real estate. There is limited accessibility. This is pretty standard. Overseas access to real estate can actually be quite bureaucratic and quite difficult. If you are someone, for example, in Hong Kong and you want to buy a property in, for example, London, then it might be quite difficult to access this market, to transfer your monies across, etc. And finally, off-chain real estate is incredibly overburdened with bureaucracy. There's all kinds of bureaucracy. You have your banks, you have the real estate agencies, you have the governments of the countries you're trying to purchase in, you have visa issues, you have transferring money across border issues, you have legal differences between your country and another country. Lots of things to contend with off-chain. Now, as Joel mentioned, these can be solved by the multitude of on-chain benefits. There are incredibly liquid markets on-chain. Incredibly liquid markets can be achieved through any number of on-chain mechanisms right now, such as a LGE or the AMM model. This sort of liquidity available on-chain, huge amounts of stablecoins, of Bitcoin, of Ethereum, can actually really revolutionize the real estate industry. Global accessibility with Web3. You can connect via any Web3 wallet from anywhere in the world and purchase real estate using the CitaDAO platform, with or without an anonymous identity. Importantly, as with many other on-chain activities, it is permissionless. This removal of red tape is likely to stimulate spending, stimulate demand, and really give an impetus to the real estate market as it enters the new paradigm of on-chain. Finally, something not often mentioned is the real estate on-chain will act as a different asset class for hedging reasons. So if you are somewhat bearish on the crypto markets, you can hedge your bets using real estate. However, it stays on-chain. It means you don't have to go through the bureaucracy of cashing out your crypto and etc. It's a separate asset class whilst remaining on-chain, so it has all of the benefits of on-chain. And everybody's favorite benefit, yield. Yield, of course, garnered by things like yield farming. It is on-chain, it is somewhat more sustainable, and it is more visible and transparent about your yield, where it's coming, and often it's instant. Okay, so that's a little breakdown of maybe some of the benefits of having real estate on-chain as opposed to real estate off-chain. Now, I recommend you go to this site here, rinkeby.citadao.io. Rinkeby is the Ethereum testnet. So once you go here, you will see this site. Here, you can see the property list. These are the available properties for the IRO, the Introducing Real Estate On-Chain. At the moment, these are test subjects, so these are test properties. We're going to click on the Ongoing Before Softcap test on the left. Click Commit Now. So we're going to open it up, and it's going to show us a bit more details about this particular property. Now, this particular property, we're going to view property details here, find out a bit more about it. So you see the location here, some descriptions and accommodation facts, tenancy and covenant information, and a bit more about the investment sales comparables for previous years. I'm going to look here, but what I'm going to do quickly is just show you the real property on the map, just to show you that it does exist and that this is a actual purchase of real estate. As you can see, I've typed in the postcode and now we're in the city centre of Cardiff. Cardiff is the capital city of Wales, for those that don't know. And surrounding this area is some fantastic monuments, such as the Museum of Cardiff here, the train station, the main train station in Queen Street, see the Jewellers Avenue here, and for those that do know, a Wetherspoons. So I'm going to zoom out here a little bit to show you where Cardiff is in relation to the UK. For those that don't know, here it says here Cardiff city centre. You see that? Right in the city centre. So prime real estate in the capital city of Wales. Wales is attached to England in the UK, and I'm going to show you just now how far away it is from London. So prime piece of real estate in the city centre of the capital city of the country of the UK. Let's go to the street view and get an idea of what it looks like. So here is the street in the centre of Cardiff, and as you see, it is in fact occupied by a bank. What a fantastic narrative this is for CitaDAO. A decentralized finance platform is purchasing a property that is currently being used by a traditional finance protocol. Effectively, DeFi becomes the landlord of TradFi. Let's just double check this on the documentation. As you see, this building here is in fact this building here. And yes, the IRO will purchase this building and the banks will in fact be paying rent to the DeFiers. So as you can see here, we're actually being asked to commit mint, but it is actually USDC. In the testnet environment, however, in Rinkeby, it is mint. So I'm just going to show you how to access the Rinkeby testnet network here. Go to your networks, it's the yellow one, click that. And you'll see there's different ETH values for your test network ETH, separate tokens on the test network. We're going to commit 50 million mint. Now, if you want mint, please go to the CitaDAO Discord and speak to the team there. I've included the link below and it's again at the end of this video. So let's click approve. We're approving it in our wallet. We'll do so. Now, once it's approved, you'll be asked again to run a separate transaction. This transaction to commit now will actually give you a warning. The IRO will succeed if the soft cap is attained before the end of the IRO. If it is not attained, then you will be able to reclaim your commitment but will not receive any extra rewards or yield or real estate tokens on top. You will just get your money back. So once you've confirmed this and accepted this, and then wait for that to approve. And here it offers you a handy subscribe with your email. So I'm going to, this is a fake email, by the way, please do not email it. It is not mine and I will not reply. So stay subscribed for important updates. And I'm just going to show you a little bit now, in fact, about the property from the documents of CitaDAO. The documents in CitaDAO are pretty, they're pretty great. And I'm just going to show you, some more information and you can find it on this page here, this docs.citadao.io. And once you're there, on the scroll bar on the left, see here, IRO details. So this commercial Cardiff city building is in fact the first IRO. They are actually going to purchase this property, right? So let's just scroll down on the docs here. It's got some good comprehensive information. So you can see here that the IRO value is in fact just over $20 million, and the APY floor in which you will earn yield during that 10-day IRO duration is 176%. So please read this documentation because it has some really great insight into why you might want to participate in the IRO and what makes CitaDAO and what they're doing right now so unique. So let's scroll down to the highlights. So you see here, it's fair value. Because it's in the city centre and it has a freeholder status, it will likely translate into less volatile asset prices since it will always be in demand. There's some other really good points here. For example, it's a well-sized property, which means that there is always someone who will be able to purchase it rather than an oversized property or a big office tower. This is called a smaller price quantum. Please take a look at these docs. These are really interesting. So I, for one, am super excited about the IRO, the introduction of real estate on-chain. There is many reasons detailed in the beginning of this video and also in their documentation as to why this is something we want. I recommend you also listen to their AMA produced by CreatorDAO, which is linked in the description below. So please, if you want to be involved, follow the Discord link below, type that into your toolbar, or go into the description where I've linked it and ask some questions, join the fun, find out about the upcoming IRO, get yourself some mint tokens, interact with it, and who knows, there might be some reward for those that do. So stay tuned to CitaDAO, to their Discord, and to CreatorDAO, and thank you very much.